First of all, I was putting up my new LEDs. So, to all of you. Second of all, a lot of shit going on. But, oh, and my phone's not on silent. Of course not. Hello everybody. Hello.
Hi.
I know I did not do a lot last week. It's because, as predicted, your girl fell ill. I thought I was doing kinda okay last stream. I should have taken that night off. Girl, I was like in a mini version of what happened in June, guys. Like very slight version. And so it threw me off even more, which is why you guys didn't see me last Tuesday. But I haven't even told you, horror, some of the cool shit going on in my neck of the woods.
Oh, yeah?
Supposedly there's a tiger on the loose in my county.
Amethysta. A whole ass tiger.
A whole ass adult tiger. It was seen on a trail cam. Now, my rescue friends are laughing at me, saying that's a tabby cat. Now, let me do a little editing so that way you don't see where it's located. But it don't look like no fucking tabby cat to me.
I mean, they were seeing a moose around here, but it's a moose.
Well, the thing is, there is a sanctuary for tigers next to my county.
Yeah.
And I do believe, I will say, what Mephisto said is true. Your mic has switched.
No, the inputs say it's coming from the right.
I will say it doesn't sound like it does sound like it's coming from the camera now. Hi, Hipea. Hi, Tobito. Hello, Big T.
There's no reason for it to be doing that.
See, now you sound really low. Ugh. If any of my mods are awake, go delete
That's
that.
on one of mine, I think.
Is that on yours? No, because
That
it was
should be on
showing
my
purple.
kit.
That's on mine.
Oh, you're right. Bastards. So is it louder? Is it better now?
Now you sound good. Yeah, you were doing your camera.
That's weird because it was set up. It didn't.
Sir.
It's just weird. Hi Tobito. Yeah, that's on Star Sands. We were on Restream, so it's on all sorts of different channels.
Trying to find a comparison photo.
Hope you guys are doing well. She's going to show us the tiger that's apparently loose in her area, but everybody else is telling her it's a tabby cat. I don't understand how you can mistake them, though. I mean, a tabby and a tiger are very different stripe patterns.
Well, that's why I'm like, because the pattern just does not. It doesn't say tabby to me. It potentially could be. It's. I will say the trail cam doesn't lend. It's overexposed. It's very bright.
Yeah.
But that's because it does get very particularly bright. It's coming to your Discord now.
All right.
You walked 2 miles every day since last Tuesday. That is awesome.
Way to go, Metastep. Congratulations.
Yeah, guys, by the way, while I appreciate you being on my side, if you are here, go to Horror's YouTube. Go watch this there. Reason being, she needs the watch hours.
He's being weird about giving me my tea.
Let me show you guys.
Funny, weird. Same thing.
Now, if you look, What's really throwing people off is that is a rather large tree in the foreground and in the background.
Cute.
And this is the supposed tiger.
See if I can get a good look at this. Wow. Yeah, I can see where.
So you see why we're confused.
Okay, I see the body. That's really poorly exposed.
And that's why we're like, we can't tell. And I will say the tail length and the back length lend to more of a tiger, especially because this is what a typical brown tabby looks like. And
especially the stripe pattern definitely is more tiger than tabby. Tabby tends to be a little more indistinct.
Babe, what's that noise? Okay. Yeah, because you can see like there's a straight dark line, which tigers typically have a straight dark line with branches coming down it.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll have a tip at the end. It is not a cheetah, although I will say my county is licensed for servals and cheetahs to be owned legally. And if any of you remember my Tuesday live streams from last year, 3 assholes lost 3 servals at 3 separate times last fall. And as far as I know, none of them have been recovered.
Oh, goody.
So there are African servals wandering around my neighborhood. Who knows if we're going to get them?
Probably not.
Baby, bring me my water. I forgot it out there.
Because now this would be a great time for him to be here bugging me, but no.
I will say, ever since Zoro, so this is like, obviously I'm much better now. By the way, guys, I have gotten letters from Moon. I've gotten a lovely letter from Linda. And, oh, this is almost empty. You're so handsome. Have I mentioned how strong and muscular you are?
Sounds like me when I ask for sheep for too much. But you're so great, honey.
Have I mentioned how your skin glows? How when the sweat glistens off of your muscles?
You're just wonderful and I love you.
You're so handsome and you're so talented and you work so hard. And you're a Greek god in bed. Have I mentioned?
I mean, what would I do without you, baby? I would be so lost.
I would be lost. And but yes, I got a lot of wonderful letters and messages and everything else. Oh my God, Calliope, it's not all about you.
Yes, it is.
Guys, Calliope has been. I'll show you how bad she been.
Uh-oh.
Look what this bitch done do to my boots. That's not poo-poo. That's not doo-doo. Those claw and bite marks.
She's been actually chewing on your... Whoa.
She has been clawing and chewing on these fucking boots. And I haven't been in here all week because my boss has to keep traveling around. So guess who's running the fucking joint? Matter of fact, my other day off tomorrow, after I live stream, guess where my fat ass is going to be? At the restaurant, training the new hire. My life is a restaurant.
I thought you were going to be on my Halloween live stream.
I'm going to be. You're not getting off at 8 o'clock, and you and I both know that.
That's true. I'm going to be off at 2 a.m., 4 a.m. your time.
And that's your time, not even my time. So I think I'll have enough time to get home and slap on some makeup and a witch's hat. Okay.
You're right, Mephisto. That's basically what that was. Yes.
They just want something done and too lazy to get up. For your information, I repay him later.
That's how it works.
That's how it works. Listen, we wives, despite what Pearl says, we wives know what to do. And we do it well. Anyways, so we do it anyways. We like the compliment. Listen, Starman was in here and I held true to my word. And I will tell you, let me tell you, Horror was here to witness it.
The whole time.
I said, give me 10 minutes. All I need is 10 minutes. Horror, how long did it take us to put up the LEDs?
About 12. You said 10 to 20 to be fair, though.
I did. That's true. if I can, I'm gonna show up just as Ozzy. Which Ozzy?
Yeah. There's like
A lot of those now. There's a couple, and then if it's Osborne, which Ozzy? Which one?
Eat yourself or
The bat-eating kind, the original kind, the drugged-out kind, or the reformed kind? Which one are we going for here? And but yeah, so Osborne. Oh,
that's
yeah.
the
When I
way.
met Starman, he was in love with Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, Mephisto knows what it's about. 18 years married, 24 years together.
We're almost there. We are 11 years married, 18 years together. This May will be 18 years. Well, next May. But excuse me.
Tomorrow we'll have been together for 2 years.
Oh, he's a baby. He's so cute. We love them. They are precious. They are adorable. When are we having a baby?
As soon as he makes enough money to afford one.
Right. Damn it, sheep, it's all your fault. But we love you. You're so handsome and you're so muscular. Let's do this.
He brings the tea and all the other good stuff. We love him.
I liked earlier, how do you take your tea? Hot water.
Tea bag.
The tea bag. I did it.
Unfortunately, he knows I'm way fussier.
I couldn't help it. So you guys remember how I told you I got those earrings last week? I got the new ones in today. Look. It came with this a bookmark.
Oh, that's a cute bookmark.
Cute, and she gave it to me for free. I didn't need this.
That is adorable.
Like, I'm so happy that I'm giving her promotion because she's just so cute. She's precious and adorable, and she does a really good job, and I love her. Anyways, the other cool thing I want to talk about is apparently I'm on a bee hype lately. Starman found something super cool. I'm gonna show it to you. Hold on. Google. You guys I'm going to show it to you, and you're really not going to believe it exists. Because I did not.
I already don't believe it exists.
I was like, babe, this is photoshopped.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's purple honey.
Mm-hmm.
And it's real. Like, that's how it comes out.
I'd be curious what flowers those bees are getting into.
Here's the crazy part, okay? So Starman reached out to a purveyor of these purple honey, and he asked them how much it would cost. Like, I was thinking for a jar like this, okay? For 2 ounces, $10 to $30.
Wow.
So this is more like $150 to $200. All right, so that's the first thing. The second thing, they have no idea how the purple honey happens. They have no idea what helps it. And there will be years that it will never happen. It just happens randomly. And it only happens in certain areas of North Carolina and South Carolina. That's it. And the only way you can get it is you got to keep an eye on the honey people. This is in Raleigh. So this is a couple of hours from me. You got to keep an eye on it and order it as soon as it goes up.
Weird.
And they said apparently it tastes like you know how they claim royal jelly, which I've never had. You know how they say like royal jelly tastes different? I'm running on the assumption because they said it tastes different. I would assume so, with it being such a vibrant color.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like it would taste like Concord grape. Like, I swear to God. I have grapes in the house. That was pure ADHD moment for me.
I have to apologize. I didn't mean that in a bad way, sheep.
What? I'm lost. Where?
He texted me.
Oh, it was a good way. We're just praising you because what we like to do is butter our men up.
Yeah, because you made the comment about the baby, and I said we don't have enough money yet.
Oh, well, yeah, kids are expensive, man.
I just don't want us
Listen,
to be in a bad spot.
I will tell you right now. Have we talked about the dog food issues? Not that a baby's like a dog.
No, but they cost a lot.
Let me tell you something. The cheap dog food that I get, which is cheap for me. When Trump was president, it was $29 to $35 a bag. It is now $65 to $69 nice a bag. I couldn't help it. I had to slide that in. That's just dog food. Like, I was just saying it the other day. I'm very lucky that I work at the restaurant. For instance, my boss the other day, we had to clean out the meat freezer. So we have this fridge in the front. It's a really good, like, semi-deep freezer. It will keep things nice and cold without super freezing them. That's where we keep all of our fresh meats. We had to clear it out. So she goes, Cass, just take home all the chicken. It was like 40 leg quarters.
Oh gosh, and you have those big ones.
Oh no, thank God. No,
Oh, it
I
wasn't the big
still have
ones?
a fridge. I still have a freezer full of the big ones. You gotta understand this. This is the best part. Horror, I haven't even gotten through the leg quarters that I bought. I haven't even gotten through the thighs that I bought. My freezer is now filled to the brim in Starman's worst nightmare. All chicken leg quarters. We just stacked. We stacked high. And I don't know how people are able to afford meat right now.
I imagine if I didn't live in Montana where we have a lot of it and live close to the source, it would be a lot worse.
I have zero clue because I look around, I look at what everyone is buying when I go to the market, and I'm genuinely contemplating how many of them have sugar daddies or are on EBT.
Well, I mean, depending on what they're getting, you can manage to do reasonably well if you watch the sales, watch excuse me, a lot of the buying, what is it? The like Good Night Tea, one of our local grocery stores has one of those programs where, you know, I pay attention and I can click off and get $7 or $10 off a purchase of so much. And you plan it right, you can do okay. You're not going to do as well as you did, you know, 3 or 4 years ago. But yeah,
I will tell you right now, we're talking like they've got 2 or 3 carriages piled high, and it's all name brand stuff, and I'm looking at it, and it is expensive shit, and I will tell you, like you said, I'm glad I got the man to drop off. Like, you know, I know this is obviously matriarchal of us, and we are evil women using our men, and we clearly don't love them, and we're just out to kill them and destroy them. But I am very, of course. Well, I mean, it's not like we actually like them. I mean,
no, I really just want him to live long enough for me to torture him more.
Of course. Finally, a woman that understands. After all, I mean, neither of us are able. We're used goods at this point. I am out past my prime, and I wear low cut shirts, so I am a whore. And it's clearly because she was married before. She can't be in a relationship either.
I've got tattoos.
Oh, that's right. We both have tattoos. That's right. I cut my hair. Oh, and we're fat. We're useless. Matthew, it's time. Go find new women. Of course, we will have to endure through.
Recommend.
Not at this point.
No, I mean, I'm sure he could find a nice younger woman who would work just fine for him. I'd have to kill them both.
Allegedly.
In Minecraft.
Of course. She'll send a creeper. Quick. Now, I will tell you, I've been absorbing a lot of the what?
Mephisto, stop listening to Pearl.
Oh my god! When I tell you, when I watch Pearl, the other day I shared a tweet because Pearl is sitting going, "Oh, my eyes burn." You know those guys that go, "Oh, you're not even that hot. You wouldn't post a selfie." I think Pearl's secretly a lesbian. I think she got a thing for older women. She is constantly complaining about how ugly these older women are that are sending her these half naked. They're not even half naked. And she hates it so much. So
Yeah, there was that. There's a lot of those people who do that.
oh,
Do you really have to do that right in the camera? I don't think anyone wants to hear that.
What was the pop-up doing?
You can't hear him?
Oh! See, when dogs do it, it's cute. When humans do it...
And you see, I have the same reaction, dog or human. It doesn't matter.
Really?
Yeah.
See, it's just puke that I have that reaction to across the board. Except for insects. Mostly bees. Obviously, because I eat the stuff. He's so happy. See, he's so gentle about it. Watch this. Orion.
To be fair, he's small, so he really doesn't have much room to be rough.
True, but
Your hair
he
sticking out your mouth.
tries
Is
to
that
be
the
gentle.
problem here?
Orion, can I get love?
Is the problem here?
Can you come love me? Come here.
Well, it doesn't help that if he's too rough, I can pick him up and throw him across the room.
I mean, I can do that with him. It'll just throw out my back afterwards. Wait. Wait, they want to see you. Don't run away yet. No. No, I will force you. I force my love on you. Okay, now
Oh, look at him, happy boy.
Oh, he's so cute. I hate it. Pearl's approaching 30, which she pathologized. Right. We've had this conversation on here before. Pearl very purposely keeps changing the narrative to herself. And I find it hilarious. But have you, I want to talk about another kind of creature. A magical creature. 7 of them.
You mean 7 of them that have been turned into horrific CGI abominations?
Like, oh God, look at this. This is from him. God almighty. If you haven't heard, kids, this is the most delicious. So we all know how Rachel Zegler, Snow White, she absolutely tanked any chance of it being loved. Well, Disney made the executive and wise decision to push the movie a whole year forward. They were like, nope, we're putting this to 2025. Why, you ask? Well, if you all heard, one of the major backlashes was there are no little people in the movie. Why aren't they hiring little people? Well, that would be insensitive. We can't have dwarves in 2024.
Ironically, it was a dwarf who said that.
We were, huh?
I said, ironically, it was a dwarf who said that.
Right. Peter Dinklage said it is insensitive. So even though it is really, really hard for little people to get work in Hollywood, nay, we are going to have 7 average size. Well, actually 6 and 1 short. Magical creatures. But then the backlash happened. So they at Disney heard our call. They said, you know what, folks? You know what? We have heard you. We understand. It was insensitive of us to not have dwarves in the films. So we are happy to include them now as CGI.
Oh, but the CGI dwarves are apparently voiced by real life dwarves.
Yeah, but now it's cheaper to hire them because they only need to pay for 2 days in a booth rather than 6 months on set.
Yep.
So it's like, how? So the reason why they are pushing it forward a year is because they had to quickly create this ugly Sonic, because that's what I keep saying. They ugly Sonic the film, but they ugly Sonic'd it in reverse. They could have just hired real life people and stuck them in costumes. Nay, that's hard. No, they are going to mocap them. Super easy. And they are going to absolutely make the most horrendous, nightmare-inducing creatures alive.
And one of them looks like the guy from Mad Magazine.
When I tell you, I cannot wait to see this go down in flames. And I will say, Wish, I don't know if they went back and they updated the animation a little bit, but lately, when I've been seeing the trailers for Wish, it looks better than it did a month ago for the trailers.
I will say the trailer never looked good to me, but I have no interest in seeing it.
I hear the smacking of the lips and I see you getting disturbed by it.
Really?
Your son wants your attention. Or a taste of your dinner, whatever works. From the back of the teeth, whatever it works. Oh, I have something else. Something fun. Chitter about. So do you remember we had that Hell of a Boss conversation a few weeks back?
The what?
Hell of a Boss. Remember I was talking about how the sins, they weren't very sinful. They were just like nice people. And it just,
yeah.
I don't know if it's funny or on purpose, but they finally made a sin that is a jerk, that is a bad person, that is sinful. Are you ready for which one they chose?
Sure.
Greed, because he's a corporate entity and he's money hungry. I love him. I think the character is great. I love how they wrote him. I find it funny that the lust and the gluttony, they're great people. Empathetic, loving, really good behind the scenes. But the corporate one, that's the true asshole. I found it funny. I found it hilarious. I found it also quite ironic that they are profiting off of the corporate.
By being a corporate.
I just think it's so funny. But yeah, for anyone, I don't know who we were having that conversation with in this chat, but for anyone that does watch Hell of a Boss, you need to watch the most recent episode with Mammon. The songs were mostly good. I will say this, and people are going to hate me for it. Even though I don't hate them as a couple, there is something about Fizzarolli and Ozzy that's just cringe to me. I don't know. I had to state that. But otherwise, they make Fizz way too girly. Like, they try to portray him as a really, like, a dude. But then when he's with Ozzy, it's like they literally place him in the princess holding girls. And it's just weird to me. It doesn't translate properly.
Yeah.
It feels like they have two different characters. It feels very fan fiction, actually, is what it feels like. It feels like you have this one character where he's at his natural state when he's taking his own charge, and then you put him with his significant other, and you picked the right episode to start on, Esteban. That's why. I will tell you, anybody watching Hell of a Boss, it would be, even though you have none of the story and you miss a lot of context, frankly, I would not hate if that's the episode you started on, because it would make you more interested in the backstory of everything, how everything happened, and it makes it way more cool over time. What you looking at, lady?
I sent a tweet on Twitter.
She out here double tasking. So what have you seen for animals this week? I brought my animal news.
For animal news, the best thing I have right now is apparently Sydney thinks that when I'm clipping my fingernails, it's trying to attack me. For the first time in my life, while trying to clip my fingernails, I had a dog trying to steal the clippers from my hands while I'm sitting here trying to get the clipper adjusted right, and his face is right up here in my like right up here in my clippers, trying to, and I'm like.
Happy birthday, Rachel!
Oh, happy birthday! But yeah, he's got issues with the fingernail clippers apparently.
Now, does he hate when you clip his claws?
I don't clip his claws. I have paid someone else to do that because he's an asshole. Him and his mother. His mother may only weigh 7 pounds, but that dog, when she doesn't want you to do something to her, becomes infinitely strong.
I will say this. I love Penny. I love Daisy. Both of them weigh maybe 7 pounds each. When Daisy don't want to be held, all 4 of those claws are rated E for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And she will go after anybody. She won't like, hi girls, hi Toasty.
Hey, Toasty.
I know your pain. Like the muscle that comes out of those animals. Zorro was on his deathbed and he was able to fight us a little bit. When they don't want something, little motherfuckers will find a way.
Yeah, I have watched my vet try to clip her claws, and he, even with the second assistant, it's hard. So his assistant's holding her, I'm holding her, he's clipping. He gets insane.
It's a whole thing. Well, it's like my dad's cat, Johnny. So, Johnny, did you remember to hit... Aw, thanks, Sleazy. Yes,
Hi,
please do.
Sleazy.
And like I said, guys, if you're watching this on my channel, make sure to go over to Horror's channel instead and watch it from there, because she needs the watch hours. So, I've got them. I'm okay. But make sure you go watch it with my compatriots. That way she can get her ass fully monetized, and then we can start really getting shit going.
Someday.
Ew! You do as I say, boy! I mean, loving husband.
I mean, sweetie, if you could pretty please.
Handsome, shining knight, please. And I can already feel it happening here, you know. I can feel the strain already. Because, like, again, guys, this isn't a testament. You've all witnessed me now for going on 3 years. You've seen me go through many sore throats. You've seen me go through many colds. When have you ever seen me recover this quickly? I went through full-blown sinus infection, sore throat, and everything. This isn't a testament. You guys need to start. If you are not allergic to bees, you're not allergic to honey, start eating local honey. Because when I get off the stream, guess what my fat ass is going to do? I'm going to go take a big ass spoon of honey. Oh, but guess what, guys? The flies are back. Oh. And it's everybody.
We got cold here and they're gone now.
I wish. Especially because we got hot again this week. So we were finally on the down, like, we're getting rid of them. They're going away. It shot up into the 80s this week. They exploded everywhere. My dad's house, my brother's house, all my friends, everyone's seeing flies. So today I spent money I do not have. And I went out and I bought a bunch of fly shit. I'm like, I'm killing these motherfuckers. We searched high and low for anywhere they could have gotten in the house. Because I will tell you, if you think that flies are not in your house, you're seeing an abundance of them, they are not coming from outside. They're somewhere in your house. Go look. You won't realize. Check every...
Someone drew that for me a while ago. I made it into stickers.
Love them titties. Must be those healing vibes. You were very kindly... Let me see. Where did I put the letter? I put it up somewhere high so the animals can't touch it. Might have put it up too high because I don't see it.
Yeah, that was Sister StarMorata dirt. Oops.
When are you going to cosplay Sister StarMorata?
When I have 10,000 subscribers. There you go.
Someone clip that.
Clip it. I will put it out there myself.
If you think I'm not going to hold her to it, I absolutely will.
I will do Sister Amarata.
We will get that made. I mean, she's already come equipped with half the costume.
Yeah.
So.
No, I've got a part of it. It's the rest I'm gonna have to work on. So
that was something I did. The screenshots I sent you.
Yeah.
This just reminded me of it. So the other day, I sent screenshots to Horror. And Horror, what was the first thing you said? What was the first thing you said to me?
Pretty sure I probably told you I hate you.
No, when you said, how are you getting in fights about spiders? Why do you always
yeah. Yeah. Who are you fighting about spiders? Why?
She's like, how are you getting all these fights? I'm like, they fight. There is this.
Thanks, Rachel.
It was a whole thing. The girl blocked me. I don't know if I told you. She
yeah,
blocked
no,
me.
You told me.
I was pretty much, somebody came at me because there was this picture, and Horror made a fantastic comment that I didn't even say. It said, I didn't realize, I'm sorry I scared you. I didn't realize you seeing me would be a death sentence.
Right.
And Horror's like, what did you say something along as
yes, it knows it's going to be a death sentence. Why do you think they spend so much time of their lives trying to hide?
What do you think camouflage is? Like, remember that I showed you guys the sleeping orb weaver?
It was right on her window?
Yeah, the one that was like a little teardrop on my dad's garage. Okay, you have 5 new subs so far over the last 2 minutes. Woo!
Great, now get to the watch hours while you're at it. Subs are nice, but I would like the watch hours to go with them.
Mm-hmm. We need every one of them. Making 10,000 accounts right me out.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I can't.
And Derp tell your family, friends, mom, dad.
Right. It's like, guys, we have a mission. But no, and this person went at me.
Thanks, Rachel.
So you just like to murder things that come into your house. I'm like,
yes.
Not only yes, but if it's a death sentence to my animals, the spider doesn't matter. And the thing is, even a spider that is not dangerous to you, your cat weighs 5 to 9 pounds. You do not. So the venom in your spider, in a spider, could hurt your animal where it can't hurt you. It could be a vet visit. It could be a bunch of different things. So yes, if I see a creature in my household that is going to hurt my animals,
I'm not even lying. Grace was pregnant with her second batch of puppies, and second or third, I think it was the second, and we'd just moved back into this house after we had renovated it, and I'm not kidding you, a fucking spider this big was crawling around on the floor, and I nearly had a heart attack thinking, oh my god, what if this spider bites my pregnant dog?
Yep. You think about that shit.
As a person who is extremely afraid of spiders, we're talking insane levels of arachnophobia. I'm very proud of the fact that I found a way to kill that fucker. I beat it to death with a dog dish.
I'm so proud. But what was even more hilarious, this girl says, animals don't believe in castle doctrine. I was like, bet. Go walk up to a buffalo and slap it across the face.
Just walk up to it. You don't even have to slap it.
Go walk up to any herd.
Are you kidding me?
Go walk up to any wild herd. Go into a tiger's territory. Go into a wolf pack's territory. Go walk into a bear's den. Go stick your head in a a beaver's dam. Go stick your head in a meerkat's nest. I want you to tell me they don't believe in fucking castle doctrine when they're beating the shit out of you. Just go up to a fucking fire anthill. Shove your finger right in. You'll have a grand old time. And that's what I gotta really walk up to a moose. Right. Like, no 9mm on the spider. Yo, that's called
No,
back.
I don't want the story. I want the video of it. Hold on, because there's this hilarious video.
Oh, she gonna. I hope you're talking about the one you're talking about. I don't think we looked at it on the channel before, but let me tell you something.
Here we go. I love it.
Please, I'm hoping it is. I'm waiting. I'm like sitting here. I'm ready. I'm watching for when she shares. So I'm gonna click it on.
I love this video so much.
Is it an old video?
It's an older video, yeah. There we go.
The Rhode Island accent came thick. That's right. Please just piss me off. Oh, this one.
All right, guys, you ready? Oh, this is great.
Let's fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Tell me that motherfucker don't believe
Yo, she caught air!
I mean, on one hand, I feel bad for that kid because she ain't old enough to know better. But at the same time...
That was an evil laugh. You know why it's an evil laugh? And I feel bad for the kid. I do.
I feel heartbroken. I mean, that's terrible. And I'm sure
she was
badly hurt.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to sound sick. Hear me out. It is better that it was the kid that was hit than the adult. And here's why. We adults, we a lot more breakable than kids. And as a matter of fact, the kid landing was safer. But this is like when that little girl got shoved next to the sea lion. And then the sea lion went to pull her into the ocean.
Yeah.
These are, and this, I've said this a billion times. Stop treating wild animals like they're stuffed animals. And don't do it with your fucking kids.
Yeah.
Because what Meta Step just...
She could have died. Yeah.
Could have died.
Do not let your kids near wild fucking animals.
It is not the zoo. There is not... And the thing is, these people are like, oh, well, they're used to this. They're used to this. It's...
This is another one.
No, the video I thought you were going to bring up was... Nice web, crack cocaine spider.
No.
That, if you guys, please tell me you guys know what I'm talking about. I know she does. It's one of the oldest videos on the internet. I love it. Every once in a while, I go back to it. And I ain't that wild now. TGF, the seal came out of nowhere. No, that one, they were posing next to seals. No, they had the fish and they were throwing them to seals, if I remember correctly. Don't go near wild animals. You are not at the zoo. You are in their home.
Yep. Hold on, I got another one for us to see. I'm trying to... Oh, yep, there we go.
What? You got the other one up?
Yeah. This one is awful.
Is that a moose?
No, that's a bison. That's another bison.
Oh, that's a thin bison, huh?
Smaller-ish.
Probably younger. Oh, God.
But...
So now I want you to think about it. The bison wasn't in that shot, in that frame originally. That's how quick these things are.
Oh, yeah. So... But, I mean, you have this family, and they're right up by the fucker.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Did he really try to... Oh, my God.
Well, he was grabbing the kid.
Oh, I thought he was just trying to grab the bison.
No. The people ran away, and... Let me take it back a bit. So, you see the kid here?
Oh, yes.
So, kid's right there in front of him, so the guy runs out to grab the kid.
He got gored.
And, yeah, and he got gored. But he grabbed the kid to rescue him. So...
Shark video where a diver, right? Like, again, these are things where I personally, I am not big on approaching wild animals. For instance, my husband joked about the potential tiger. He said, "You know, you're gonna try to pet it." I'm like, "Not at first." No,
not until I know it's eaten.
Not until I know it's gotten fed. And then I might try to boop the nose because it's probably known people. I will say this: there's a tiger at the tiger sanctuary in my my area, and it was just so cool. And it was walking up to me, and it was nuzzling the glass, and I was like, "Oh, that's how you get them!" Like, it was just so cute. The enclosure was a little small, but it's an enclosure where they rotate, so they have them out there during the day. Some of these animals have been in there a long time. oh, do the one with the lady is petting the tiger and grabbing her or not, right? And I don't know if she was a tourist or not. This girl played it fucking cool. Like, it's got her arm. And he's kind of...
The last thing you want to do in that moment is yank, because then...
Exactly. She didn't yank. She didn't give him prey. She stayed cool. Like, I was impressed. Because a lot of people, potentially even me, and the winner of this year's Darwin Award, when I tell you, girl,
there are so many winners at a national park. I can't even.
So bad. I literally had customers a couple of weeks ago come into the restaurant, and they are from they always go to Yellowstone, and they lived near Yellowstone for a while, and that's they said they play, like, you know, they watch the tourists because they hate them. I will tell you right now, people that live near Yellowstone, they hate the tourists.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, again, these are animals that were on the brink of extinction. Like, why? Oh, and then I was talking about the brink of extinction. This is ADHD moment. I was watching a video the other day. I am got to go soon. I'm feeling it right here. Of animals that were extinct relatively recently, and the great auk was one of them. Now, if you guys don't know what the great auk is, you have to really be interested in recently extinct animals. Let me see. The great auk, what's really sad about the great auk is it numbered in the millions when they started hunting it. Like, it was relatively cohabitating with people, and what killed it was the pillow industry, which is really sad to me.
Yeah, we've seen that one. That one's good.
Oh, yes. But the great auk has not been sighted in years. This is a really good CGI. They're claiming that they might be able to find another one, but it's probably not going to happen. Probably not going to happen. And then they've got... Now, supposedly, there was a sighting of these, the Steller sea cow, in the 70s, but it was never confirmed. A Steller sea cow goes up to 27 feet long. They got killed because they were nice. That is literally what happened. How did the pillow industry kill the auk? The pillow industry killed the auk because their down feathers were literally perfect for comforters and pillows. And so people would just kill them in the hundreds at a time to pluck their feathers. Now, mind you, these are animals that could have been farmed and could have been easily sourced, so people could still have had this. The average person is dumb as fuck. When I worked in retail, I had customers, do you sell chainsaws? I don't know. I'm in produce. But Shadow Warden really isn't wrong. I will tell you, like, this creature right here is a perfect example. These are animals that people relied on for commerce, for producing stuff, and yet they just hunted them with like, you know, just reckless abandon. And then every person dumb as fuck. Excuse you, sleazy. I am every woman. It's all in me. How dare you? What about the coelacanth? The coelacanth is not very tasty, supposedly, and it is a deep sea fish, but it is threatened. Like, yes, it's still alive, but they have no idea for how long. Some they can't even keep it alive in an aquarium. They've tried. The only the largest collection of coelacanths is in Japan. There's an entire in one of the whatchamacalls it. In one of the aquariums, there's a whole floor dedicated to it. There is no live coelacanth in that aquarium. There's like 3 frozen ones and one that is stuffed. There's nothing that is live because they can't keep it alive. I forget what they haven't figured out, but they're so rare and hard to find. And supposedly they are blue, but every time I see one, they look brown. So I don't know where the blue is. I think it's a lie. But yeah, it's the dodo, which here's hilarious. They're like, oh, well, supposedly the dodo didn't even taste all that good. Okay, then why did they hunt it? And on top of that, what killed the dodo?
To be fair, at the time the dodo died, people were eating things that didn't really taste good. Mostly because that's the only thing they had to eat.
You know, when they got to Mauritius, they ate it because it was large and it had zero. It was the top predator. It had zero fear of anything. And the problem is they released foxes, cats, dogs, rats, and pigs onto the island of Mauritius. Suddenly, this large, flightless, slow, and slow to mate bird had all this competition. There was for what the great auk, this was a stupid thing. The last known pair of great auks, the hunters came up and just strangled the birds. They were sitting on the thing, and these people just not only strangled the birds, they smashed the eggs. No reason why, they just did it. And then they detailed it to because there was a whole thing where they would pay you to bring the bodies so they could study it for science. And these people just did this shit. So it's like you got all these extinct animals, and then you come up to animals that are finally not extinct anymore, and people start mistreating them. We have no idea. Crazy people are crazy. And what bothers me is you'll see people go up to these animals, and for every one person like all of us who understands, you know, why it is what it is, you have someone going, "What, that buffalo should die. That shouldn't be anywhere near people. Why is it acting that way?" Kind of like the woman that's. You ever heard about the deer crossing signs? That is one of the greatest moments on the internet. This woman called into a radio station, and she complained about deer crossing signs. Because the sign shouldn't tell the deer to cross there. And the radio host. And he's like, "Ma'am, are you meaning to tell me you think the deer can read these signs?" And so Starman, he always reminds me about it. He's like, "Babe, look, this is where they designated the deer to walk." I'm like, "Shut up. Stop talking." The only one that he reminds me of more is every time Don't Want to Close My Eyes comes on. Have you ever seen the post about that girl that said she didn't want to research history in America? And this guy goes, "I know what you should do a report on. You should do a report on the great asteroid of 1997.
No.
And he does a whole dissertation on Armageddon, saying this crack team of offshore oil drillers got launched into space, and they even made the world's anthem for it, and everything. So every time I Don't Want to Close My Eyes comes on, Summer will go, "Shh, it's the anthem."
Oh God. There are really too many dumb people.
Again, someone said it earlier. I forgot who said it in the comments. About retail, the chainsaw. When Linens and Things was shutting down, okay, Linens and Things made sure you knew. The music turned off. What the hell?
Yeah, it's been doing that.
Stupid. When Linens and Things is shutting down. Oh, and it's not going back. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So when Linens and Things is shutting down, I was sitting there and I was at customer service. Everything in the store had giant black and neon yellow signs that said, all sales final,
Mm-hmm.
no checks, no credit cards, cash and debit only. Okay? Said it everywhere. People would walk up to the customer service desk where I had not one, not two, not three, but 4 signs. I had a sign on a plexi facing that way, a sign on a plexi facing that way. I had a sign hanging over my head, and I had a little tiny plastic sign around the debit card reader. What the fuck was it gonna be black?
I think that was the problem. It was black, so nobody saw it.
I know, right? Everyone was, they only saw the yellow parts. God. And damn Asian hate. But anyway, so they walk up and they go, all right, I'm ready to pay. And they would hand me a credit card. And I'm like, sorry, we don't take credit cards right now. What do you mean you don't take credit cards? You're going out of business. So why can't I use my credit card? Well, in case you guys don't know, go back to 2007. Credit cards were still kind of iffy back then. Okay. And especially if you were using your debit credit, that was a new thing. Before then, your debit card was your debit card and you couldn't use it at a register. You only used your credit card. And the thing is, your credit card could take up to 12 days to clear. Like, it's not like it is now where it's like immediate, like you leaving the store and it's cleared. No, you go back 16 years ago. You go back 16 years ago and your credit card might not clear for ages. So that was why Linda's thing said you couldn't do that. I had people storm out of the store after making a purchase, coming back later that day. Oh, this didn't fit. Can I return it? No, you cannot. And they thought I was joking because we're smart asses in Rhode Island. I was like, no, you can't return this. And they were like, okay, cute. I'm like, no, you really can't return it. And they're like, what do you mean I can't return it?
All sales final? Final?
Well, why didn't you guys say that earlier? I'm like, ma'am, it's posted right on the front door. Like, literally, you guys couldn't miss it. It was in wall clings on the sliding doors. It was in a giant yellow going out of business sign under the light up sign. They had it every 5 feet hanging from the ceiling. So whenever I've worked at a company going out of business, that has been the litmus for if people are smart. And they're not.
Spirit Halloween's a great example. Like, so they have a period of time up to which they will do returns. And then they have a period of time where they stop. So we're standing behind the guy in line and I hear him talking about, can I get a return, or he wanted to switch something out. And I was like, sorry, we can't do that because it's past this point. And I mean, thankfully the guy was very nice about it. He was polite and left, but still I knew that. But then again, we've been going in every weekend since they popped up. So
I had a lady chuck Yankee candles at me, the full-size Yankee candles.
Oh my God.
Because I told her she couldn't return stuff. She chucked like 4 or 5 Yankee candles at me. She hadn't bought them yet, so of course she broke them and then just ran out. I had another man. I repeated to him several times. All right, so I was head of customer service. I literally repeated to him like 4 times. Are you sure you want this sheet set? Because once you get it, you can't return it. And it was cheap. It was only like, I think like $35 for a $160 sheet set. Okay. He said, I want it. Don't worry about it. As I went to lunch, apparently he came back.
Oh no.
And he wanted it returned. Said the person he wanted to get them for him didn't want them. And when we told him he couldn't return it, he threw it at my associate and stormed out the store. So I said, can I have them? because he's not going to take them, and they're already paid for. So I had those sheets, and they were great. They lasted all the way until Orion and Greta destroyed them in 2018. 2718. I'm just throwing us a couple of 100 years in the future.
About
Yankee.
700 years in the future. Yeah.
Because Yankee Candles, Yankee. Listen, I throw my accent ain't that bad. Okay.
Now, it's a kind of a pun because of the Gith Yankees race from Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh.
D&D.
I don't know that. But I will say this. So, I made a bunch of Weebs Day on Saturday.
Oh, God. What have you been doing for the Weebs?
So, it was, and I'm not a big fan of this, but I see why they do it. It was a trunk or treat for the entire downtown of my town. And whatchamacallit, the town actually gave the candy to each company. Here's the thing, though. They gave the exact same candy to every store. So these kids got zero variety. They had the exact same candy over and over again. And they pretty much had the kids just walk in a line, and they just walked up and said, trick or treat. So it took away all the fun. But, excuse me.
No, free candy's free candy.
Free candy is free candy. I sat out there. That's why I am tanned. Because, of course, I was going to be out there in a full costume. My velvet witch's hat. My full, remember we were talking about I'm so glad I was not. Because I would have fucking died.
Hey,
so, huh?
Someone in Rumble just came on, so you can't see him.
I can't see. Just starts on making anime Ryan Reynolds picture for the Weebs. Here's what I did do. As I was handing out candy, I saw a little Trunks and a little Goku. Oh. And I went, oh, Trunks and Goku. And they said, oh, she knows what that is. I'm like, do I look that young? Yes, I know who that is. And then I saw Miku. I saw a bunch of Vocaloid characters. Oh. And I tried to name every character I recognized. Except for the Naruto characters, I refused to. I would not. I was like, I know you're a Naruto character. I'm not saying a damn thing. I know you're a Demon Slayer character. I'm not saying a damn thing. I'm not giving you acknowledgement. But
that's mean.
Maybe mean, but I was still sweet to all of them. They didn't know that I knew. They just knew that I thought they were cute. Apparently, the theme this year is Wednesday, Halo, a lot of rainbow vampires. You think? A couple of Monster High's dying out. Not a lot of kids liked it. And Mario and Sonic.
Not surprised about those, but Mario was always in there somewhere.
But it was a lot of Marios. Like, it felt like what I saw the most of, and this is what really made me feel like it was back when we were kids, is it was Sonic, Mario, and it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I was like, what year is it? Like, what's going on here? And then the only thing that brought it up into the 90s and the 2000s was there's a bunch of Scream people as well.
Oh gosh.
Okay, and honestly, I'm feeling it right here, so I'm going to ask if horror's alright if we cut it off here.
No, I'm good. I have a thumbnail and stuff that I can make for tomorrow, and
we need to bring back people dressing up as kids.
We need to do that just to fuck with the facial recognition.
Let me tell you something. I was very, very impressed with a lot of the kids. I thought they did a really good job. That being said, oh gosh, I really do hope that they can do a little something different. Like, it was so, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. Like, it was literally just a assembly line of, the kids didn't even know how to say trick or treat. We were talking like these were teenagers, and half of them didn't say trick or treat. They were just, hi, and then they out their bags. And I'm just like, it defeats the purpose of coming and knocking on the door and seeing if someone's home. It's just, ugh. Most people
Still
don't
say
like,
the
I'll-
few trick-or-treaters we've gotten here over the years still say trick-or-treat. So
we don't have. Look, I think part of it is because there's so many Baptists and Jehovah's here. Good night, Rachel. They just
they suck the fun out of everything.
yes, there were some halos. There were some halos. Oh, that was right. There was a lot of cops.
Really?
A lot of cops.
Hmm.
I mean, a lot of people were dressed up as cops, kids, and a lot of them were black. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say that, but I was like, considering, I was a little surprised.
Yeah.
And it was a nice surprise. It was a nice surprise. So, but yes, so that's what I noticed, the trends of the kids. But Hara, why don't you take us out? Let us know what's going to be happening.
I'm going to be streaming for 12 hours tomorrow. I'm going to be on from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. Mountain Time. So please, for the love of God, stop by. I will be in costume. Sheep will be here. He will be in costume. We'll be playing some games. We'll be chatting and hanging out. All kinds of things to kind of keep it going for 12 whole hours. I think I need to check on YouTube. I think there might be some kind of length limit or something. I remember hearing about that back in the day, but
is it because you're not monetized?
I don't know. I just remember hearing something about that back in the day. I just want to double check to make sure so that, if I have to restart it at some point, I know how to handle.
I mean, I've gone for 7.5 hours without.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. It ended up happening that way. And I didn't get any alerts. But then I've gone for 2.5 hours and I talked about the Daily Wire and Crowder shit and that. There was like 3 Among Us. It was not a lot. Wednesday and Harley Quinn was more than Among Us.
No, I think he was asking if I have Among Us for the stream.
Oh.
Well, we do some Among Us, but I have other games. We'll be doing some Party Animals, Demonologist, another one that's I found this indie game called Possessions. It's kind of cute and funny. That covers it though. That I know for sure. Yep, she'll be by. A few other people will be by. I'll be throwing out some links far and wide. So, but definitely come by, hang out, talk to us, listen to me and Sheep yell at each other,
which is always adorable. She and Sheep were yelling at each other while Starman and I were yelling at each other. It was a very wholesome couples moment while you guys weren't here. Love you forever. Yes, by the way, guys, say hi to, and happy birthday to Faye. She just turned 16. We're very proud of her. And
happy birthday to Rachel.
Yes, and happy birthday to Rachel. Only she went to bed, but still.
Still happy birthday to her.
Yes, happy birthday to both of them.
No matter where she is.
As for me, I'm going to try to get some editing done tomorrow. I'm going to try to stream tomorrow. We're going to see. Because I'm already feeling the strain, and it's really difficult to only stream for an hour. It's a pain in the butt. So we will see, guys. I'm a teen mom. Listen, I'm just following statistics. No. But yeah, that should be you guys will see me next Sunday, hopefully, if all is good with my throat, with Faye Queen and with God, I am getting tired. With Faye Queen and Peachy for Mother to Smothered. You'll see me back here next Monday with my darling Hara and Murata. And in case you don't remember, next Sunday, it's time for share. You gotta turn back time.
Are they still doing that?
Of course we do that. Oh, you don't do that where you are?
No, I think we still do it. I hate it.
See, I like it. Although at this point, I won't hate if we just stuck with one kind. I just don't know which one I like better.
I don't care. It's like cutting the top of a blanket off and sewing it to the bottom. It's all the same.
According to Google, it seems YouTube is incapable of archiving the stream if it's over 12 hours. You may want to break that up, Horror.
Well, I'll have it on a few different places, so it'll also be on Kick and Rumble, so I'm not too worried about it.
Oh, fun thing to know. Otherwise, guys, you have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful evening.
So maybe I will break it up at 6 and restart. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Remember to get your animals spayed or neutered. Remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So, Horror,
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too.
Be safe.
You too.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.